guys, it's Sharon, and I'm coming at you from my balcony today because it's such a beautiful day that I thought I'd get myself outside and give you a break from seeing me in that same spot in front of my bookcase with the yellow flowers. So just switching it up today. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me if I can speak about a specific topic, and that topic is how to say no. Now, I know this is something that a lot of us struggle with, myself included, so I want to talk about a few things to keep in mind to make it easier for you to be able to say no when you feel like you really want to. Now, the reason why we say yes so much is because so many of us are people pleasers. And we worry so much that we're going to disappoint somebody else by saying no. And there's a lot of us who also feel a lot of guilt around saying no. So I want to talk about both of those things and how we can try avoiding feeling bad in a situation where we know we need to say no for us. So when it comes to people pleasing, first of all, at the end of the day, because you say no to somebody, it's not going to mean they're not going to like you. So I think it's really important to keep that in mind. And if they don't like you because you say no, is that someone you really want to have in your life anyways? So just one thing to keep in mind. But when it comes to people pleasing, it's really important that you understand why you're really struggling with saying no in that moment. You really have to ask yourself what it is that you're afraid of. What are you afraid of by saying no? Are you afraid of rejection? Are you afraid of being viewed as weak? Are you afraid that you're not going to be seen as good enough? Once you can figure out what that basic fear is that you're struggling with in that situation, it makes it a lot easier and a lot clearer for you to make a conscious decision as to whether or not you do want to say yes or no in that situation. You have to ask yourself if that's a fear that you want to hold on to, or if it's a fear that at the end of the day seems pretty unrealistic and you can let it go. So understanding your fear really is the basic thing that you need to know to be able to feel more comfortable with saying no. We also make up so many stories in our head about how the other person is going to feel or how they're going to react to us saying no. Why are we putting so much pressure on ourselves when those are just stories in our head? We don't actually know how they're going to feel and how they're going to react. And who's to say that us saying no to them is going to crumble their world? Why are we feeling like we're so important that we're going to ruin their lives by us saying no? What we're actually truly afraid of is crumbling our own world by saying no, because we're worried how we're going to be viewed by saying no. Now let's talk about guilt for a second as well. Because guilt, when you feel guilty, it's because you've done something wrong or something that you feel is wrong. How is saying no doing something wrong? Saying no isn't a moral issue. So you really have to ask yourself why you're feeling guilt for something that at the end of the day, you know you're not doing wrong. In fact, you're probably doing something incredibly right because you're doing something for you. You know that saying no is going to save you a lot more stress and overwhelm because you're not saying yes and committing yourself to so many things. So keep that in mind. If you're someone who struggles with guilt by saying no, ask yourself, how is this a moral issue? How is this something that I really should feel guilty about? Now, I'm not saying any of these things are going to be easy. It does take work, but just remember that small steps lead to really big results. Let me know your thoughts as always. Leave comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And remember, conquer it, free it, be it.